Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. It has been a big week for venture capital in Indiana. Some say a monumental week. Two startups landing close to $30 million combined in venture capital funding, fueling what continues to be a robust tech story in our state. Just 2 weeks ago on this show, we talked about a potential early stage VC crisis in Indiana. So what does it all mean? For some perspective, I'm pleased to be joined by TechPoint CEO Mike Langelier. Mike, as always, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Gary.
All right, let's talk about these two companies, Springbuck and Xylo. Springbuck with $20 million, Xylo $9.3 million. As you said, this really a monumental week. How so?
Yeah, it's been remarkable. These are two feature parts of that week. These two deals are significant in a couple different ways. They're the largest. They're among the largest of at their stage in Indiana venture history. And so it certainly means that money is going to get poured into hiring people and to growing the companies, and so that's significant. What I also love to see about it is the investors that are part of the mix. You have the local support from Allos Ventures, Hyde Park, High Alpha, Elevate Ventures that have helped to get those companies going. But in this round, they brought in venture capital firms that were coming from all over the country. So Springbuck had two major venture capital firms, one from the Bay Area and one from Seattle. And then Xylo had a myriad of different VCs, Bessemer Ventures, GGV, and even some corporate venture firms, Slack and Salesforce, that invested into those companies. And so what that tells us is a couple different things that I love. One of them is that these companies are competing on a national, international scale because these VCs are making selective choices about who to invest in. And the second is that we have executives in these companies that are seeking to be market leaders, not just to build sustainable companies, but to build ones that are going to compete on a national, international stage. 2 weeks ago,
Don Aquilano from Allos Ventures, very active venture firm, was on the show talking about his concern about a potential crisis in early stage VC.
Yeah, I think we absolutely do need to pour more funds there. And the reality is that we do not have very many venture capital firms here in Indiana. Allos is a great example, but we do need more. Elevate Ventures is doing great work too. We have to continue on the pedal there. I'm given hope though by the Next Level Fund that we got done last year. $250 million fund, the largest of its kind in the country, the cleanest structure. Lots of kudos to the governor and to the legislative leadership for helping to get that, to make that happen. And that's going to be a honeypot that's going to attract venture capital firms from all over the country, and I think we'll see as a benefit. But we gotta get rolling.
How much does success breed success play into this too? You look at High Alpha, Xylo, a High Alpha company. The companies they're spinning out, the innovation, the cool ideas that are percolating now in Indiana.
Yeah. You know, this is it is absolutely critical. Investment is a confidence game, and so all of these investors want to have confidence that their investments are going to go into companies and places where they can be successful. And the fact that we have things like the exact targets, the interactive intelligence, Angie's List, Perio kind of stories where this success has happened, and that we have staples like Salesforce that are here. All of those things help to build the confidence factor that make this even more investable place.
Going to ask you about Amazon. Amazon, that second headquarters project, $5 billion deal, 50,000 jobs. Indianapolis making the cut to the 20 finalists. You contend that that's a big tech story too. Regardless of the outcome, that's going to be positive.
It is. I mean, that's a big factor for Amazon as the tech ecosystem and the talent pipeline. But there's a lot I can't say that nobody can right now. It's all in process. But I think getting to that, of the 238 applications, getting to the top 20 is a huge statement, and that we can all be proud of, because that was a national, very public process, very kind of objectively, empirically run. And you had the usual suspects, and then you had a host of companies that are places that are surprises, and Indy's one of them.
And you're saying that this makes a statement to other tech companies, other big deals that may be out there.
It does.
Okay. Mike Langelier, CEO at TechPoint. As always, Mike, great perspective. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.